Hi there. So we're here in Mexico, in Toluca, a whole new city. The video before we were in, um, it's called Paraíso Escondido in Mexico, by Puerto Vallarta. And I wanted to come on here today to talk about how family can help us connect with ourselves. Learn about this through my introduction to communication class. It's good to help us to communicate with our family so we can learn about ourselves more, and to help us connect with our own humanity, because that's where we began. And I have been experiencing this a lot, where my family's teaching me emotional intimacy, and I realized that it's about really like connecting with your emotions and really just like embracing who you are and connecting with your essence, connecting with your inner child, your inner teenager, and just embodying that part of yourself and not being afraid of who you are anymore. Because at some point throughout our conditioning, we were taught that we needed to be somebody else, to act like somebody else, to maybe tone ourselves down, or kind of put up a defensive face and protect ourselves from somebody else, whether it be someone in our family, friendships in school, or strangers. And that's who you're really tapping into, well, not the defensive part. I mean, your true self, the part of yourself that's relaxed, that feels safe, that feels calm, that believes in themselves. Like, it's easier for a toddler, to believe that they can climb a tree, rather than somebody, say, who like doesn't really believe in their physical abilities. When in reality, when we're younger, we believe that we can do anything. We believe that we can fly. We believe that we are not limited by we're not limited by physics. That's how much we believe in ourselves, and that's the belief that we should be bringing back to ourselves, especially now that we're growing, now that we're more conscious, now that the world is more conscious, now that we are exposed to more ideas from people all around the world, thanks to social media, thanks to the media, yeah, thanks to social media, all with conscious circulation, because the energy you give out comes back to you as well. All the comments that you put on the media, whether it be positive or negative, it comes back to you. Whether in a way where, like, if you put something positive, you put something supportive, like if someone said something that was, like if you said something that was positive or loving, you're most likely going to receive a lot of positive and loving energy back, whether it be from a comment or from a simple gratitude from the other person that you exchanged energy with. So that's something to also keep in mind, connecting with people and with energy that you feel you want to connect with. And yeah, it's all about, and it's all and it connects to emotional intimacy, because you're connecting with somebody, you're like choosing them, you're choosing to connect with them, and it's just a flow, because emotions is energy in motion, so it's always flowing. That's the best way to describe it. And water, and it's also in the water, in our body, the emotions, and it's where our body holds memory. So that's why we are so sensitive to the energy around us because of the water content that we hold in our body. So that's why we respond differently to when someone hugs us as opposed to when somebody pushes us. And our body can feel that. The water content in our body allows us to feel all the emotions and hold all that emotion. So if a baby grew up with a lot of love, a lot of kisses, a lot of attention, a lot of words were spoken, a lot of good energy was spoken into the child, then the child will have a lot of memories of loving kindness and healthy communication, and they will embody that good energy throughout their entire lives and spread it and into adulthood, blossom into a happy human. Now, if there was a child who was born under a very stressful environment, very chaotic environment, full of violence, and the child was either not acknowledged, no life was spoken into the child, or there was only aggressive words given to the child, then into adulthood it would look like a lot of stress into the child, even into the now adult. Even when they're in a safe environment, they will feel nervous, anxious, unresolved emotions because of what they experienced in childhood. So that's why it takes a lot of healing for it. That's why it's important for those adults to experience healing and really go back to the body, because again, the body holds memory. The water content in our body holds memory. So it takes and since there was since it's a very sensitive sensory experience that we live as humans, it's important to heal ourselves in all aspects, like healing ourselves emotionally, emotionally and physically, through our bodies. We can start dancing, start creating a healthier routine for ourselves, and allowing ourselves to do the things that we like to do, like soft movements like yoga, meditation, qigong, neigong, and soft techniques like that, and also include more intense, more physically demanding things like exercising, doing calisthenics, going to the gym, start strength training with weights, or rock climbing, or doing some paragliding, some extreme sports that ignite excitement, and as well as mentality, healing the mind as well. Start feeding positive, more life-giving things into yourself, like reading books that help with personal development, and also understanding psychology, breaking down the different layers of the consciousness, the subconsciousness, and the unconsciousness, and possibly, most likely, definitely talking with a therapist, and connecting with the therapist, and finding the right therapist for you, and just allowing them to help you unveil different parts of your childhood, your teenagerhood, and things and ancestral patterns that may have led to how things are right now. And that's the mentality part, the physical part, the spiritual part, just allowing yourself to really question where everything began, where how did we come to be, how are the how do we come to exist? Why isn't life just complete blank? Why can't we just be in complete, like, in dark or in light, or understanding the entanglement of the darkness and the light that evolved into creation. Fun fact, the entanglement of two photons looks exactly like a yin and yang, and they're green and pink. So it's really interesting. Check that out whenever you get the chance. And I might just pop it up here, but it's really cool. Definitely look it up. The entanglement of two photons. And spirit, really questioning. I think it's healthy to question things, to question where you come from, how you were born, aside from conception, which is the way that we all understand, and like believing in something that you can't see, or like believing in something that you can't see, beyond all of the weird things that we might see on the internet. If you're a conspiracy theorist, seeing aside from all the reptiles, the aliens, the pyramids, beyond all of that, where does that all come from? How were the stars made? How was space made? And like questioning the air quality of how we breathe here versus how we breathe in space. Why can't we breathe in space? Did we evolve away from being able to breathe the air in space? And what about our skin? Like, just questioning so many different things. It's a very big mystery to me still, and I like to question things a lot. So it leads me, talking about conception also leads me to healing about the sexual aspect of ourselves. So healing healing ourselves sexually, that's a whole other topic, and that's one that people can take many different routes, whether it be celibacy or conscious connection with a partner, or with someone who you're interested in, or someone who you consciously agree, where you're just helping each other heal, and you know that it's temporary. I'm personally taking the celibacy route, and mainly because as a deeply soul-loving human, like I like to connect with somebody who is connecting, who I know isn't going to leave. So or who I know consciously chooses me as much as I consciously choose them. And that's part of the healing process, is choosing a conscious connection. So I highly advise that. And your journey. It's really important, and we only get to live this beautiful life one time. You only get to state your name one time. I only get to be Deborah one time, and Deborah Kimberly. I only get to be Deborah Kimberly one time, and that's good to acknowledge that that uniqueness of yourself, so you can connect yourself with somebody who really digs you. So healing yourself in that aspect, sexual aspect, when taking the celibacy route, or taking the route of just staying true to yourself, is it's good to explore yourself. It's good to explore yourself sexually, understanding what you like, really exploring. That's why I feel like there are sex shops. It's not just for partners, it's for exploring yourself too, seeing what you like, and really setting the mood for yourself, like candles, incense. It's a very it's a very lower chakra thing, so really connecting and activating your 5 senses and stimulating those 5 senses in a way that pleases you. So the incense, the candles, the dimmed lights, or the colored lights, the mirrors, if you like mirrors, and also just allowing yourself to be vocal about your pleasure and how you feel, and embodying that fun, that joy, without judgment. And it's a practice. Lately, I've also been experimenting with that part of sexuality, where celibacy and abstainment from sexual activity can increase your energy and increase your essence. You can use that energy, that like how water holds energy, and water is in our fluids. We have it everywhere. So when we let go of our water in that fluid in that way, you're releasing that memory. It's kind of like I see it like kind of like making a wish. You're making a wish, you're making a manifestation, and you can use that energy to elevate into your being, and keep that energy to yourself, and use that energy that you have accumulated to embody the reality that you want to live. In my case, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a chiropractor, and I'm very dedicated. I'm very that's what I want to do. And it's a big job to get there. So I'm using my energy right now to help me connect with that embodiment of myself that is there already, that is confident, that's confident, that has a healthy self-image, a strong physical body to get the job done, and enhanced senses. Definitely feel the enhanced senses. It's a part of delayed gratification as well. So it's very psychological, and having that delayed gratification helps with using that energy that you want to use into a project that can help you create that manifestation, that embodiment that you are aiming for. So that's another part of healing, and I highly recommend that aside from all of the work that you are doing, that you connect with the community, whether it be a lot of I have found that a lot of my best connections have been made with safe communities online. I personally met my Qigong community through a friend that I had already connected with, that I had already trusted before, in person, that I met by chance. So, and it usually happens like that. It usually happens by chance. And it's important to be conscious, to be able to recognize that, and just by staying true to yourself, and just openly, genuinely communicating with that other person that you might have a lot in common with too. And because you never know where that leads, the magic where that leads to. It really benefits. So yeah, definitely connect with your community, and it definitely helps with aligning yourself towards your values, your principles, and your morals. And that's what really grounds you, that intangible piece of life that really grounds you. It's interesting. It's intangible, but it grounds you. Your values, morals, and principles. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you benefited, and we'll talk soon. I apologize for not posting that much, but I promise that I will come back around once a week. And yeah, I'll talk to you once a week. I'll bring as much as content, as much insight as possible, and I'm excited to hear about your growth. Let me know in the comments where you are in your journey, and I'm excited to hear from you. I'm excited to connect with you, and I'll see you soon. Peace.